My dear children, welcome to the mathematics class. Today we are going to discuss linear inequalities. Linear inequalities. In this chapter, we are going to discuss the problems in the exercise 6.1. Okay, my dear children, page number 122 in the textbook. Are you ready to listen the class, my dear children? Right. Yesterday we have completed 10 questions. Yesterday we have completed 10 questions in this exercise. Now come to the question number 11 today. Okay, my children. See, solve the inequality 3 into x minus 2 by 5 is less than or equal to 5 into 2 minus x by 3. This is the given inequality. We have to solve this inequality for real x. For real x. For real x. Okay, my children? Right. Let us take the given inequality. 3 into x minus 2 by 5 less than or equal to 5 into 2 minus x by 3. Okay, my children? Right. If you observe here, LHS is a fraction and RHS is also a fraction. Now let us take the LCM of these two numbers. Let us take the LCM of these two denominators. What is the LCM of these two numbers? Yes, 15. So let us multiply this inequality on both sides by 15. Okay, my children? To remove the denominators, we are multiplying the inequality on both sides by 15. Okay, my dear children? So, on multiplying on both sides by 15, we get, what will get? 3 of x minus 2 by 15 by 5 into 15 less than or equal to, here we are multiplying by a positive number. So, inequality sign does not change. Okay, my children, remember this point. Into less than or equal to 5 into 2 minus x by 3 into 15. Understood this step, my children? Right. So let us simplify here. 5 1 times, 5 3 times. Here 3 1 times, 3 5 times. Okay, my children? Right. This implies what will you get here in LHS? 3 3s are 9. So multiply by 9. Distributive property. I am doing that part directly here. 9 into x, 9x minus 9 into 2, 18. Understood this LHS, my dear children? Right. Less than or equal to. Here 5 into 5. What will you get? 25. Here also we are using the distributive property. So multiply this algebraic expression by 25. 25 into 2. What will you get here? 50 minus 25 into x. 25x. I multiplied and I wrote the product directly here. Understood this RHS, my dear children? Right. Now what will you do? All the x terms should be written in LHS and all the constants should be in RHS. So here in LHS this is x term, this is a constant term. In RHS this is constant term, this is x term. So you should bring this minus 25x to LHS. We have to send this minus 18 to RHS. We have to do these two activities at a time. Okay, my children? So 9x is already there in LHS. We are bringing this minus 25x to LHS. Then it becomes plus 25x. Isn't it or not, my children? Transposing this term, this side, less than or equal to 50. here minus 18, it is transposing to RHS. Then minus 18 becomes plus 18. Understood this RHS, my dear children? Right. Understood this step? Right. This implies in LHS, let us simplify these two terms. 9x plus 25x. What will you get here? 34x. Understood this LHS, my dear children? Right. Less than or equal to. Let us simplify RHS. 50 plus 18. What will you get here? 68. Understood this RHS, my dear children? Understood this step? Right. This implies we have to transpose this 34 to RHS. Here it is multiplying. So it becomes divided by. So x less than or equal to 68 divided by 34. Understood this step, my dear children? Right. So 31 times, 31 two times. This implies x is less than or equal to 2. X less than or equal to 2. So how can you write this equation in the form of an interval? Yes, this implies x belongs to. Okay, my children, x belongs to minus infinity, comma 2 closed here. This is the interval representation of this inequality. You have learnt this concept in the set theory, the first chapter itself. Okay, my children, understood? Right. Now we can represent this solution of this inequality on the number line. That is said to be graphical representation. Here they did not ask that graphical representation. But from the question number 17, 18, 19 and 20, they asked the graph of the solutions, means graphical representation of the solution set of this inequality. Okay, my children. So for question number 17, 18, 19 and 20, you have to represent the solution set. As I have done the previous questions, I have drawn number line. I have shown that solution set by shaded region. That is said to be graphical representation of the solution set of inequality, given inequality. Okay, my children. So I am not doing that part here because the question is not asked here. Okay, my children. Only for your convenient, I have done for the previous questions, but I am not doing this part, graphical representation of this inequality. Okay, my children, understood? Right. Now come to the next question, my dear children. Question number 12. Solve the inequality 1 by 2 of 3x by 5 plus 4 is greater than or equal to 1 by 3 into x minus 6 for real x. Understood, my dear children? You have to solve this inequality for real x. Let us write the given solution. Come to the solution part. 1 by 2. Let us write the given inequality. 1 by 2 of 3x by 5 plus 4. 3x by 5 plus 4 is greater than or equal to 1 by 3 of x minus 6. Okay, my children, this is the given inequality. Now, let us simplify the terms in the brackets first. Okay, my children. Right. This implies 1 by 2 of, let us take LCM because they are fractions, so we have to take the LCM of the denominators. So for 1 and 5, LCM is 5. Understood this part, my children? Right. So 5 table here 1 time. 5 table goes here 1 time in this number 5. So 1 into 3x. 3x. Understood this part, my children? First term in the numerator. Right. Plus, come to the second term. 1 into 5. 1. How many times goes here? 5 times. In this number, 1 table. How many times goes? 5 times. So 5 into 4. What will you get here? 20. Understood this second term, my children? Right. This is greater than or equal to 1 by 3 of x minus 6. Okay, my children, understood this step? Right. This implies. Now let us simplify these two numbers. So 1 into 3x plus 20. What will you get? 3x plus 20 by what will you get in the denominator? 10. 2 into 5. 2 5s 10. Understood this LHS, my dear children? Right. Is greater than or equal to 1 by 3 of x minus 6. Okay, my dear children. So here on both sides fractions are there. To eliminate, to delete the denominators, you have to take the LCM of the denominators. What is the LCM of the denominators here? For 10 and 3, these are the denominators on both sides. Now let us find the denominators LCM. What is the LCM of these two numbers? 30. So we multiply this inequality on both sides by the LCM of these two numbers. After this step, understood, my dear children, we have to remove the denominators. To remove the denominators, we have to find LCM of the denominators on both sides. Then we have to multiply the inequality on both sides by LCM of these LCM of the denominators. So on multiplying the inequality, on both sides, what is the LCM of these two numbers? 30. On both sides by 30, we get, here multiplying by a positive number, so greater than sign does not change, as it is. We write that inequality sign as it is. Okay, my children, 3x plus 20 by 10 into 30 is greater than or equal to 1 by 3 into 30 into x minus 6. Understood this step, my children? On both sides we multiplied by 30. Then let us simplify here. 10 1 times, 10 3 times. Here 3 1 times, 3 10 times. Understood this step, my children? Right. This implies. Now let us multiply distributive property. 3 3s are 9. 9x plus 3 20s 60. We multiply by using the distributive property. Understood this LHS, my dear children? Right. Is greater than or equal to. Here also we use the distributive property. 10 into x, what will you get? 10x minus 10 into 6, what will you get? 60. Understood this step, my dear children? Right. So we wrote the inequality in the simplified form. After that, we have to write all the x terms into LHS and all the constant terms to RHS. Okay, my dear children? Right. This implies in LHS this is x term, this is a constant term. In RHS this is x term, this is a constant term. So we have to bring this x term into LHS. We have to transpose plus 60 into RHS. Okay, my dear children? So 9x minus 10x. If you transpose this quantity, this is a positive quantity, then it becomes negative quantity. Understood this point, my dear children? Right. Greater than or equal to minus 60. This number we write this quantity as it is. We are transposing plus 60 to RHS. Then it becomes minus 60. Understood this step, my dear children? Right. This implies 9x minus 10x. What will you get here? Minus x. Understood this step, my children? Right. Greater than or equal to. What will you get here? Minus 120. Minus 60 minus 60. What will you get? Minus 120. Understood this step, my children? Right. Here, my children, what we got here? Minus x is greater than or equal to minus 120. But we have to find the value of x only. Okay, my children? So we multiply on both sides, or we divide this inequality on both sides by minus 1. Okay, my children? On multiplying or on multiplying this inequality on both sides by minus 1, what will you get here? Minus 1 into minus x is less than or equal to, here greater than or equal to sign is there. Please remember this point, my children. Okay, my children. Here greater than or equal to is reversed as less than or equal to, because we are multiplying this inequality by a negative quantity, a negative number. So minus 1 into minus 120. Understood this step, my children? Right. This implies what we will get? Minus of minus plus x is less than or equal to minus into minus plus 120. This is the solution set. So let us write the solution set. Therefore solution set is equal to, how do you represent, how do you write this inequality in the form of interval? Yes, minus infinity comma 120. That side closed because less than or equal to. So we have to use closed bracket. This is the solution set. Sometimes they will ask you, draw the or represent the solution set in the graphical representation of the solution set of the given inequality. So graphical representation. Here they did not ask in this question, but for question number 17, you follow the same procedure. Don't explain for that questions. Okay, my children, you follow this method, graphical representation. They will ask, draw the graph of the solution set, means graphical representation only. Draw the graph of the solution set of the given inequality, means you have to represent the solution set graphically on the number line like this. Okay, my children, draw the number line less than or equal to 120. So here 0, here minus 1, here 1, or 10, 20, 30, and so on. Here 120, 130, 140, like this. How do you represent? So here on the number line we have to identify the number on the number line, that is 120. So we have to use this closed bracket. So this set of real numbers, this is set of real numbers is a solution set. Therefore solution set so this is slant lines shaded region denotes the solution set of the given inequality. Understood this graphical representation of the solution set, my children? Use this knowledge for the questions 17, 18, 19 and 20 to draw the graph of the solution set, my children. Okay, right. Understood? Now come to the question number 15. Question number 15. Solve x by 4 less than 5x minus 2 by 3 minus 7x minus 2 by 5 for real x. Okay, my dear children, understood this question? We have to solve this inequality for real x. Okay, my dear children, right. Now come to the solution part. I have written the given inequality as it is. Okay, my dear children, understood this step? Right. If you observe here, in LHS only one term is there, but in RHS there are two terms. So first let us simplify these two terms. They are fractions. So let us take the LCM of the denominators. Okay, my children. Right. This implies x by 4 less than, what is the LCM of the 3 and 5? Yes, 15. So 15. What will you get in the numerator? 3 table. How many times goes in the 15? 5 times. So 5 into 5x minus 2. We write this numerator as it is. Understood this first term, my children? Right. Now come to the second term. Minus. We write minus as it is. 5 table. 5 table. In this 15. How many times goes? 3 times. So 3 into 7x minus 2. Understood this second term, my children, in the numerator? Right. Understood this step, my children? Right. This implies x by 4 less than, let us simplify the numerator. 5 distributive property. 5 into 5x, 25x minus 5 into 2, 10. Understood this two terms, my children? Right. Again we distributive property. We use distributive property. Minus 3 into 7. Minus 21x minus 3 into minus 2 plus 6. Understood these two terms, my children? Right. Whole divided by 15. Understood this step, my children? Right. This implies x by 4 less than, let us simplify the numerator. 25x minus 21x. What will you get here? 4x. Understood this term, my children? 4x. Right. Now let us simplify constants. Minus 10 plus 6. What will you get here? Minus 4. Understood this constant, my children? Right. By 15. By 15. Understood this step, my children? Right. Now we have to delete. We have to eliminate the denominators. What should we do? Yes, we have to find the LCM of these two numbers. LCM of these two numbers, and we multiply this inequality on both sides by LCM of these two numbers. Okay, my children? Right. Now, what is the LCM of these two numbers? 4 and 15. 16. So, we multiply on both sides. On multiplying, the inequality, on both sides by 60. How we got this number? That is nothing but LCM of 4 and 15 denominators. Understood this step, my children? Right. This implies x by 4 into 60 less than symbol we write as it is, because here we are multiplying this inequality by a positive quantity. If we multiply any inequality by a positive quantity, inequality sign does not change. But if you multiply any inequality by a negative quantity, then inequality sign reversed. Remember this point, my children? Okay, right. 4x minus 4 by 15 into 60. Okay, my children? Right. Now 4 15 times. Here 15 4 times. Understood this step, my children? Right. Here what we will get in LHS? 15x less than. Here we use the distributive property. 4 into 4. 16x minus 4 into 4. What will you get? 16. Understood this step, my children? Right. Now we have to write all the x terms to LHS, all the constant terms to RHS. We have to transpose the terms. Okay, my children? Right. This implies we have x term is not there, but here in RHS x term is there. So we should bring this plus 16x to LHS. It becomes minus 16x less than. Here minus 16 as it is constant. We have to send this 15. We have to transpose this plus 15 to RHS. It becomes minus 15. Understood this step, my dear children? Right. This implies minus 16x less than. What you will get here? Minus 16 minus 15 minus 31. Understood this step, my dear children? Right. See this inequality, my dear children, minus 16x is less than minus 31. So we divide the inequality on both sides by minus 16 because here minus 16 is there. Okay, my dear children? Right. Dividing on dividing this inequality on both sides by minus 16, we get, what will you get here? Minus 16x by minus 16. Please observe this step, my dear children. Here less than symbol is there. It is reversed because we are multiplying this inequality by a negative quantity. If we are multiplying or dividing any inequality on both sides by a negative quantity, inequality sign is reversed. We have to remember that rule, my dear children. When you are multiplying or dividing any inequality on both sides by a negative quantity, so we used that rule here. Okay, here actually less than sign is there. It is reversed as greater than sign. Okay, my dear children. Right. Minus 31 by minus 16. Okay, my dear children. Right. This implies minus 16, 16 gets cancelled. X greater than minus 31 by 16. Minus 31 by 16. Let us convert this fraction into decimal form. This implies x greater than, what will you get here? 31 divided by 16. 16 one times 16, 5, decimal point. Okay, my children. 16 nines. Okay, my children, understood? So 1.9. We get here 1.9. So minus 1.9. We converted this fraction into decimal form. Then we got here 1.9. So this is a solution of the given inequality. Now let us write this solution in the form of interval. Therefore, x belongs to minus 1.9 or minus 31 by 16. Minus 31 by 16 comma infinity. This is a solution set. Therefore, solution set is equal to minus 31 by 16 comma infinity. Understood this step, my children? If you want to represent this solution set graphically on the number line, you have to draw a number line and we have to mark the numbers. We have to label the numbers on the number line and we have to identify this number on the number line and we have to shade the region. Okay, my children? But I am not doing that part because they did not ask that part here. Okay, my children? Now, please do the remaining sums. That is question number 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Will you do the remaining sums, my dear children, same as that of these questions? Will you try yourself these questions, my dear children? And next one is word sums, word problems. Okay, my dear children, in the next class I will explain you word problems in the inequality. Okay, my children, will you do yourself the remaining questions what I have not explained in this exercise? Okay, my children, if you have any doubts, ask your doubts and get your doubts clarified. Okay, my children, right.